Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome to another episode of Crusaders of the Lost Idols with Lone Debater 7, and today we're going to be covering a few different things. First, we're going to talk about what formation I generally run through my progressions with at the moment, so we're going to cover that. We're going to cover how I go about selecting what Crusaders to give runes to, and kind of over the rune process of the game because we haven't done that yet. I also want to cover some of the crafting process of the game in this episode as well. So we're going to dive right on in. So to begin, let's take a look at our formation. So if we're up here, let's start at the stats. Right now, we have a gold bonus of 11.01 thousand%. So we get so much more gold because of this. And the reason why we're getting that much gold is primarily because of the golden panda right here, and then also the detective cane in the back row. So this guy right here just has general passive abilities that increase total percentage gold found. The detective buffs increase this gold found by 22% for each crusader in the same column as this dude. So pretty good, right? But yeah, so we're at over 11,000% gold bonus right now. So let me know down in the comment section of the video what your gold bonus percentage is, because I'm curious if this is a good number or not. And like, granted, I only have 200 idols as well, so like that does increase your gold percentage. All gold is being increased by 215% because of the number of idols we have accumulated through our 3 resets. So yeah, I know this is nothing compared to what late game looks like, but yeah, let me know in the comments what your gold bonus is at, so I know how your progression's going. Part of the reason why I'm playing this game, you might be wondering, okay, why are we playing Crusaders of the Lost Idols? This has been out forever. The reason why is because it is a free game. You do not have to pay in order to play this game. So if my viewers want to be able to play along or try it out or what have you, they don't actually need to invest anything other than the time it takes to download the game on Steam. So be sure to check it out if this game looks interesting to you. It is a fair amount of fun. There is a lot more depth, especially after you reset for the first time. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to, I guess, let's cover the formation as far as what Crusaders I'm using. So in slot 1, I've got the Princess. Slot 2 is the Gold Panda. This is Sasha the Fierce Warrior. I've got Nate Dragon, the Witch Doctor, Natalie Dragon. I've got Artaxis the Lion, the King Reginald the Fourth, the Thunder King, and the Detective. So this is the formation I'm using, and yes, this is just basic triangle formation. I'm still at that point. Subscribe to the channel and like the video to let me know that you want to see me try out the other formation types and make more episodes of Crusaders of the Lost Idol. Alright, moving on. Let's talk about runes next, I think, is what I want to do. So once you've reset or you've accumulated 300 rubies, if you go in, you can go into the ruby shop and buy a runic chest for 300 rubies. That's how I've gotten all my runes so far. You can also acquire them by doing missions. Sometimes there will be missions that have a chance to give you runic chest or runes just in general, but generally those require you have a lot of enchantment points on your guys, as well as, or gals, whatever, on your Crusaders, I guess. And yeah, so with that being said, I've bought a couple. I think I bought a total of 3 runic chests so far, so I've generated 900 rubies. And that's what I wanted to spend it on, primarily because some of the runic bonuses that you get from having these on your characters is crazy. Like, it really does buff them quite a bit. So let's open up the rune menu and take a look and see what we get. So if you watched the last episode, this may look a little bit familiar because we looked at it and I decided to make it in this episode instead because we didn't have all the characters unlocked yet. But basically, what you do in the rune area, so like, let's take a look at King Reginald. We haven't unlocked any of his slots yet. So we can unlock any of the slots except for this one for free on the for his first slot. We just have to pick. So you just click on the green box and it'll allow you to do that. It'll unlock it. Now, if we look at Natalie, we have already done that. It does cost legendary catalysts, which are these guys. You get them by doing missions. They're also required to merge runes of level 5 or above. So you're going to want some of these. The missions that give you these, or to increase the chance of being successful on the missions that give you these, do require Crusaders with a lot of enchantment points or good gear or what have you. So that's fine. Generally speaking, I think the way you should probably try to do this is get the first gem socket filled on each of your characters that you use in your formation normally. So like Artaxis makes sense. So I've already spent the point on Artaxis to unlock the star right here. So this increases the DPS of all Crusaders in the formation by 40%. Now this effect doubles with each rune level. I only have a level 1 special rune, or soul rune, whatever. But we're going to put that in anyway. We're at 2.72 decillion DPS right now. Yeah? Watch how much that goes up. We went up to 3.81 because of this. So that's just from a single level 1 rune. Obviously, if I had a level 3 rune, this would be 120% bonus instead. So that would have done a lot more for us. But I didn't have a level 3 star. That's okay. If we look at King Reginald, though, we have some runes down here, yeah? So, like, let's see, we could give him a water rune, because we have a decent level of that. We have a decent level air rune. We have a decent level one of these. So let's see what each one of these do, because each slot actually does something different as far as what bonus you're going to get. So for Reginald, the water rune is going to increase DPS of all Crusaders by 40%. So that's not, that's a fair bonus, so okay. Next, you've got the air rune, also as a DPS of all Crusaders, so fine. Soul is enchantment point rewards for him when he goes on a mission, so that's interesting. We don't have that kind of rune, so we can't really, it's not worth doing that for our first one, I don't think. This is okay, so that these two are not really that useful to us. So let's take a look. We've got a level 2 air rune, or we could put a level 4 water rune on him. I think we're going to do the water rune. And like 3.81 decillion is where we're at right now. Throw this guy in. Boom. Just like that, we're at 16 decillion. From one rune, granted this is level 4, so this is a pretty high tier rune. However, when you open runic chests, you're guaranteed to get a blue quality and a green quality, which a blue quality is a level 4, a green quality is a level 3, and then you could get either level 1 or level 2 runes for the remaining 2 in the chest, or the remaining runes in the chest, what have you. So that's cool. I don't have a star to put in Nate Dragon, but for Sasha, we can do something over here. So this fire rune will increase max level. That's not really useful to us because we haven't hit the level cap yet. Earth rune just increases DPS, so 100% it doubles each rune. So okay, that's fair. I think we'll go for that. Makes the most sense to me. Oh, whoops. This one. Boom. Yes. Cool. That gave us a few decillion DPS, so not bad. But that's kind of how runes work. You'll acquire them over time. Just continue playing the game. Look for them in missions. Save up your rubies until you have 300 of them and buy your runic chests. You can buy 2 of them every 5 or 6 days. That's when the shop resets, so you'll be able to purchase another 2. So if you play every day, you should be able to get the rubies in order to buy both runic chests, you know. I'm gonna go back and fight this boss, because I do have a daily to kill 25 bosses while online. So even though I've beaten this guy, when he comes out, Bigfoot over here, when we beat him, it counts towards that counter. So I'm gonna do that for the 15 rubies just for fun. But okay, so we've talked about runes. Next we're gonna talk about crafting, and the reason why crafting is important. When you give your Crusaders gear, it generally will increase the ability of the individual Crusader if they're in the formation. So like Cursed Sword, this increases the effect of Double Dragon, so both Nate and Natalie get a 10% DPS increase is what this item does. And this is just the basic tier, right? So decent bonus. It effectively is a 20% bonus, so 10% from this one, 10% from this one, whatever. This one is a DPS of all Crusaders. That's very common. Most Crusaders will have an item or a gear slot that will buff all the Crusaders in the formation. So 5% is a low bonus, but if I had a higher tier version of this item, it would yield a higher percentage. But okay. And then finally, you've got this one, which is just a straight up DPS bonus for the Crusaders. So that's also fairly common. So, all right, this guy's already got 3 slots. Now, if we look at our talent tree, and on the first row, is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. So it's for the set bonus talent. You get 40% more DPS when all 3 equipment slots are filled on your Crusaders. So like that is a very large bonus depending on it stacks additively. So you can sync your talent, like your idols, on that talent alone and scale your DPS quite a bit. So it's worth making sure the Crusaders in your formation have all their gear slots filled. That way they're benefiting from that talent being activated, right? So I could craft one more piece of gear for the Mad Wizard and get 40% more DPS out of him. Same for the Merman, Sarah the Collector, Dark Griffin, Master of Shadows, the Princess, Werewolf, Hermit, and the Bushwhacker are all just a single piece away from getting that 40% bonus or whatever that talent provides at DPS wise. I always use the Princess, so like once I unlock her, she's in the formation pretty much always because of the DPS bonus she gives to everyone else in the formation. So I already got this. I believe the last item affects this ability cooldown. So it's kind of a meh item. It doesn't do a lot outside. Like I use that ability on bosses when I'm trying to push past a barrier type of a thing. But yeah, it's not super, like I'd rather get gear that buffs all the Crusaders in the formation because that is going to be more valuable to my total DPS than like an ability cooldown reduction. So that's what I focus on generally speaking. I'm just going through and upgrading some of these guys. We had stacked a pretty large bank. And yeah, so we'll probably be able to progress to the next. There we go. We got the Ice Gnome. Look at us. We got his wisdom. Woo woo. Go ahead and take this moment to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I upload content fairly regularly. Crusaders of the Lost Idol, Avorion, Apex, Splitgate. There's a bunch of different games that I play and stream. So be sure to subscribe so you get notified when new videos get uploaded as well as when I go live. But okay, let's dive into the crafting interface. So now that we've looked at our guys on who we might want to craft things for, let's dive in. Crafting materials you get sometimes out of just the chests that drop from bosses. Other ways you can get it is through missions. Will sometimes give you crafting materials, what have you. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we've got. So I completed a mission that gave me a large bundle of crafting materials, which was amazing, because it gave me like 32 common materials, like 7 or 8 uncommon, and a rare material even. So, and this is good because if you build uncommon gear, the bonus is worth more for you. Now, I know, just because I've looked at the crafting menu before, what it costs to build a common variant versus an uncommon variant of gear. So for the common variant, it's always 30 basic crafting materials. So this icon right here, common materials, it takes 30 of those for each common piece of gear that you want to create. For uncommon gear, it takes 10 uncommon materials and 60 common materials to create one. So there's that. I think, do I have someone with a rare recipe? I thought I maybe unlocked someone with a rare recipe. I mean, oh, here we go. Hero's Backpack. So this, for a rare item, it takes 10 rare materials, 120 common materials. So I can't even afford to do rare gear yet. And that's alright. Not a big deal, not a big deal. Let's take a look. So I would like to get the DPS bonus on the Princess though. So I'm just going to do the basic material for 30 common materials. that will allow me to get 2 pieces of gear, so I'll get the 40% DPS bonus on 2 Crusaders instead of just 1. And this bonus is not that great, so I'm not too worried about it. For this guy, Deflect Evil ability, that's kind of lame as well, and I don't use the Wizard all that often, just sometimes when I want to flex DPS, kinda. This increases Hermit DPS, which isn't a bad piece of gear. And I mean, the other reason to fill out gear slots on your Crusaders, so like, even though I'm not using Jason Master of Shadows right now, yeah, I am sending him out on missions all the time. And there are missions that require, that, like, your chance for success improves the better the gear on your Crusaders going on that mission are. Like, if you have better gear on your Crusaders, they're going to have a higher chance of being successful on their mission. So that can be quite valuable for you. So yeah, it may be worth, like, this is an amazing DPS for the werewolf. What does this do? Crusader DPS, okay. I think most of these are just, that's an ability cooldown, which I don't really want to do. So they're all just individual bonus to complete out the gear on another Crusader, so that's fine. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on the merman. There we go, perfect. And then, oh, there was a chest. I didn't even realize we beat the boss. Cool, 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 cool. Let's open this up. What did we get? Oh, cool. We also got it on Jason out of this chest. So you sometimes get gear dropped in the chest as well. So like sometimes, like if you want a specific bonus from a piece of equipment, it's better to save the materials and buy that specifically. But for me, I definitely wanted to get the 40% bonus out of the princess. I know I'm not going to send her on missions very often, so like I'm okay making that a common item because it's not doing all that much for us. But yeah, anyway, that's basically how crafting works. So we've covered the formation I utilized to generate over 11,000 DP or 11,000 gold bonus. We've covered how the runes work in the game, as well as how the crafting of gear works in the game. The one aspect of runes that I do want to mention here just before we close is you can merge runes together. So I don't have multiples of any runes. See this merge icon here though? If I had 2 of level 1 water runes and clicked on them and dragged them to the merge icon, it would give me a window and say, would you like to merge 2 of these runes to give you 1 level 2 rune instead? And if you hit yes, you'll get a level 2 rune, which is worth more as far as what the bonus is going to be. It's going to be double what a level 1 rune will provide you. So generally speaking, it's worth saving up to put runes that are higher than level 1 in your Crusaders, just because as you buy more runic chests, you'll get high tier runes for sure. So you get at least 2 high tier runes, so level 3 or level 4 for sure. You might get level 2s just randomly dropped, or you might get level 1s randomly dropped. But if you open 3 or 4 runic chests, you will get enough variety of runes that you can level them up, so you can socket level 3 runes instead of level 1 runes. And yeah, anyway, with that being said, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about in this episode today. We're still progressing. We need to get to level 200 to get the 200 ruby drop, so we're getting close. We're at 171. You know, not too much farther, 25 more levels. So expect a video about our reset for the long haul objective complete in Crusaders of the Lost Idol. Be sure to subscribe if you still haven't, so you get notified when that video comes out. With that being said, also like the video if you enjoyed it today. Drop a comment below to let me know what your favorite formations are, or how far you've gotten in the game, and what your highest gold bonus percentage is. Alright guys, this has been Lone Debater 7, and until next time, we will see ya!